Hey everyone, Nakura here, and it's finally time for some brand new story content in Final Fantasy XIV. In the last patch, we met the real Queen Sphene of Alexandria, as well as the villain behind the Endless Sphene and the plot to turn everyone into an Endless, Calyx. He's the head of preservation, and he's been up to no good all this time. Let's see what the actual finale of Dawntrail brings us. Let's begin. Targeted Tragedy. Shale wishes for a moment of your time. What's up? If you have a moment, Nakura, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. And a recap. First things first, then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about the new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons. But if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the Storm Surge as I did. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. It was like thousands of years. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough, exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw aether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. I'll stop his ass. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Galilja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. I'm here to help. So what are we doing? Yeah, people are still kind of PTSD'd about everything. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? The people seem uneasy. Are you alright, Geode? Let's see what there's to see. Are you alright? Me? Well, I'm well enough, given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. So they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility? After everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just an eventuality. Yep, me. I'm ready to... Oh, Sphene. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. She's a summoner! If that's the case, it might be better if we split it to 2 groups after all, which would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Nakura and I will take the east. No, I wanted to go with Sphene. Somber citizen, what's going on? Are the sentries and airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again. And maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Sphene said so. You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. You must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His airwheeler dropped right out of the sky, and he didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant, until it happened. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make up your mind. Mark my words, friend, when there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Nakura, a word. I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard, one we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. That people are still deathly afraid? That fights are likely to break out over the neo-regulators? Or that a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? That. Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we normally think about. With the supply of cells cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who could help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Are you functioning properly? Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured? 87 individuals. Casualties? 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators? 0. You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Yo, they got ashed. They got vaporized. Kura, I think it's time we rejoin Kryl and Sphene. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Did Kryl say to meet them in the plaza just outside True View? Let's get going. So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative, and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? We need their ether. Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply fail to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all? They have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. I think it's their ether. What of the dust found at various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? Yeah, the dust. Right, sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies, but mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. Yeah, I know. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. I don't know if that was his voice last time, but it is now. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calyx's murderous actions. Yellow? Who is it? Hello? Nikora, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oh shit! Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? I'm on my way. We got here quick. Oh shit. Damn. Oh shit, look out. Bruh, that's creepy as hell. That's so crazy.
Stay back! Stay away from me!
Leave him alone.
I have the right voice for him. Alright.
Are you all right?
What happened here?
A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Oh no, not those two. Oh shit.
Go to them, quickly!
I'm on my way. Oh shit. Oh damn, girl, get him. Uh-oh.
Ryakwe!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
Oh no.
Mother, please.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
Okay.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Nah, it's not your fault.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss.
Alright, so... Whew. It's a close one.
she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
The promise of tomorrow. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. Isadora is going to be all right then. I'm so glad. I've just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. Damn. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other. Then, all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Wayakwe sent word. Oh no. I'm sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. What do you mean? But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries. We'll go find Geode. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Here, take these communicators. Thanks. Another ring of pearl for the collection. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Wayakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck, and stay safe. Oh shit, there he is.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Who's them?
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join...
Oh shit. Oh, yep, they're stealing their ether. They're literally dissolving them. They're hoovering it up. Ew! Damn. Disintegrated.
That dust.
You gotta get out of there. Now you're definitely a target. You just seen the shit.
What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Yep.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
Oh shit.
Shit.
Got him. You better watch out, though. There's another one coming. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Geode, run! It's just going Terminator on you.
Damn you!
Oh, shit. That wasn't smart. Now you just gave it a weapon. Or not, but still.
You can't be here! You need to run, now!
There's a trap. Oh, fuck.
A trap!
Oh, no. That's bad.
Take care of the others, eh?
No, Geode.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
Oh, no, he's been vacuumed up.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether.
Calyx, you son of a bitch.
But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Psycho. Absolute psycho. And just walks right through the dust. Ugh. You sick fuck.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promised to halt my harvest?
That's a ridiculous question. You would only seek other victims. I will halt your harvest by defeating you. Yeah, right.
It was foolish of me to even ask.
Yeah, because you're an idiot.
I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Oh, I want to see you try. I want to see you try, buddy. You don't know who I am. Geo, no. This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind, was that his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection stolen ether allowed for many more Endless, why, that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there is naught noble in this sacrifice. We lost a real one. Rest in peace, Geode. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Nakura. It falls to us. We must, we will, thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. You're damn right. He's dead, guys. I'm sorry. Oh, Stolla's here. Oh. Here. Take his soul cell. It's all that's left of him. Maybe put him in the computer or something. I don't know.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Golulja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
It's really not safe out there, especially for anyone not wearing a regulator. This isn't really the time to be going off alone.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure Nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thanks, Kryl. Knew it. Count on you.
Thank you. Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now.
Oh, you can see her lips tremble and everything.
We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh.
Oh, Geode.
Wyakway, your sister will be okay. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer, though, and is surely taking it the hardest. And that's on top of what happened with Kakiwa. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Sure, I'll talk to her. Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? As you said, you need time to work through it. Is there anything I can do to help? You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Kakiwa used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Yeah, sure.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
I got a soda. To Geode's memory. Normally I'm not a drinker, but you know. Oh, Kyle. Hello. And, Nostalgia.
What are the two of you doing here? I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us? I suppose I could spare a moment.
I didn't really know Geode that well.
They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right?
Yeah, of course.
What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. I'd also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause.
Yeah, that sounds like Kakiwa.
It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kryl for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Nikura? Well, looks like I'm about to find out. Hello? Nikura, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds of the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective will be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish attending to Shale, of course. I'll be right there. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Sphene, what's going on? Nikura, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. I'm here to help. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. Let's go talk to the people. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen Sphene. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper. We must cast it out. Okay, weirdo. Oh, please tell me you've brought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen Sphene. I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all that I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Okay. You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators and registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Yeah. Okay. Sphene, you're right. Everyone's crazy. So, what do you think? Was I right to worry? Yeah. Tensions are running high. Their fear is palpable. Yeah, they're scared shitless. Yes, that is exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. And with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Hello? Sounds like it's already going to get started. Nikura, can you come to resolution? Alice, eh? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamaji and Alphino. I'm on my way. What's going on in living memory?
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is is your constant companion.
Shit.
Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
She's fucked up.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Calyx.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Thou, Wuklamat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next sentry will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do?
You can tell them who you really are.
I am not their queen.
Aren't you, though? Aren't you? Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could just deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Tuliola would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Oh, Clement, I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world, too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friends you needed. I would be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. And don't forget about me. I'm right here, guys, too. I'm here. Hi. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Damn right, there would be no universe. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. We forgot you're the main character of the story. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Galulja, what's going on? Oh, there's Shale. They're good. Galulja. Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alisei and the others said you were here. Good news, Nikura. We finally found a chink in Calyx's armor. We discovered laboratories on the Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. It has been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Yeah, let's do it. This place creepy.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
But you have cat vision.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
Be careful, Shell. Oh, good, thank you.
You got the lights working! Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
Yeah, someone put on a fan.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City.
Oh, yeah.
As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, We reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
Good boy, Galulja. You helped. Good job. You're a treasure, Shale. Sounds like you need one of Gnolt's energy tonics. I want one of those. You're a treasure. Oh, Shale. You can join the Scions, girl.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx.
We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. I see. So, we should cut across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. You'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. A search for key cards. Can't you, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? Let's look at this paperwork real quick. A few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find no security cards hidden among them. Well, shit. I was really hoping that the first one would be the one. This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owners have left some things behind. Let's take a look. You discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold level 1. Well, let's see what happens, Shale. A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of similar size to the scanner panel. Let's hold it up. Okay. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. Ding! Open sesame! It's open! You did it, Nakura! Well, come on, I picked up a card. And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the Director's office is across the central hub. Will level 1 get us in? Doubt it. You hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. I knew it. No good? Maybe we need a different card? Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. What's over here? Oh, Ukamat's over here. These notes seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it will make sense later on. I dug through this data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in aether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? 158. I'll try to remember that one. The way this room is set up. The canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Galulja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look? Where's this locker? Number pad. Let's go with 158. The locker is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You'll glean some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to open it? Yes. Select the number keys on the pad to input a combination. Enter up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key. 158. You enter 158. Let's see. Nope. Perhaps speaking with... Okay, well, we gotta find some different numbers. Alright, so experiment 158 is the one that he was keeping... he wanted to do goodbye. Let's see what Uklamat had to say again about the numbers. 148, 158. Okay, 11509. There's the number. 11509. Ding! Oh shit, a key card! Nikora, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We needed a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Nikora. Well, thanks, you know. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagined they'd be more... what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. These researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Yes, it opened! So, where should we go first? The Deutero lab or facilities? Let's start with the lab. Okay, Your Majesty, you decided. Shell, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. I guess we should go there first then. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deutero lab, shall we? Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, Then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control paths. Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Deutero lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. We'll have to rip the walls out. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panel set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Nakura? The rest of us can help by supplying Nakura with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. I was able to glimpse part of a warning sign behind the containers. From what I could make out, it said, "Caution, the circuit will not function without duplicate patterns." I suppose that means that only one of each circuitry pattern can be set at the same time? Nakura, take a look at this diagram. Oh shit. There's a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path. These symbols must represent the room we're in. If that square in the top left is Shale's terminal, then the bottom right should be the generator that Kaluja is working on. It's hard to make out the rest. Assuming these are our 4 tile patterns, the bottom right is a square, and the top right is half a circle? That's something to get you started at least. Great. Alright, so let's make this one a square. So the top. So this one's a circle. There are no half circles. Oh, you know what? I'm kind of starting to see things a little bit. Let's make this one the diamond. Yeah. And then... okay, no, hold on. Actually, no. Let's make this one the diamond. Let's make this one the triangle. I mean, that looks all connected and nothing is, actually, no, this one's not connected. Oh, that did it. I did it. There we go. You've connected all the circuits. Inform your comrades of the successful reconfiguration. Hooray! It worked! We did it, Nakura. I mean, I did it, but thanks. The Deutero lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. This is going to be her parents. Ah, it looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the storm surge, with Calyx's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age, and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now, I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. No! Don't even say that, Shale. We've already lost one today. We don't lose any more. Right. I'll get this door open. Oh, it worked. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Gods above! Isn't that... Oh, the key. Oh, what? Where the fuck did you get the key? No. Where'd you get it? The key to interdimensional fusion? That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. I think he's trying to make his own. I don't think it's the one that we have. And they've used it to make another key. But isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Nakura has? Ah, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Milala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the powers across dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? The crystal itself is the key. This is just a device they made to control it. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. I want to find out who that is. That's our 8.0 story right there. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. I'll wait to smash the outside of it then and keep the crystal. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist Y'shtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I'll come with you. I'll be a scientist. I, too, am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than level 3 is no good to us. Alright, let's look around. Maybe, smash up their shit so they can't build another key. That's what I would do. You find a security card. Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. Oh, a level 3. That should get us to the director's office. I was looking for SSR. So, what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us? Right. I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. Oh, what now? After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the keyholder, are planning. Well, luckily for him, he doesn't know we don't have it on us. It's in Tuliolal. It's in my trunk. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is likely a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all of this surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Nakura's strength. What could he possibly dream up that's stronger than him? Oh, don't start with that. Oh, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. Yeah, let's see it. I'll start the show then. Thanks, Shale. You make a great scion. Who's that? And who's that?
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me.
I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
He's an off-brand protagonist.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject.
But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research.
I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
And he shot her right in the face. Well, in the chest. He's like, nah.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Jesus. I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I am not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not to ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers... I'm sure they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions. I'm sure they managed to escape. I want to believe they did. And even if they didn't, I hope they at least enjoyed what time they had as endless. Oh, Kryl. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. That was so heart-wrenching, that whole scene. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right. Let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office! There we go. Let's head inside. Now to find that data relay. And don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Nikura, come with me. I might have need of that security card. This director Demetrius was very particular about how he decorated his office. You got incense, vases, and some kind of gem display? Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. That's not good. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Nikura. Could I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle? Amongst the other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker standing next to the table. Let's look at the data tablet. Begin skimming through its contents. Daily reports. Let's read. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Malala researchers. Major incident. Details in full report. Those 2 inept Malala broke with Preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether and will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shit, shutdown protocols. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. How about I break into this locker? You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access requires passwords to be input simultaneously at the terminals in the Protolab, the Judor Lab, and the Director's Office. Perhaps this discovery would be of interest to Shale. Have you found something? Yeah, see, here's a note. Thank you. Misplaced note, was it? Within instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? No. A precautionary measure, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed? By electrope, you mean? Ah, could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. It's a fake one. Remember when Wakakiwa used to say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface. Yeah. Electrope isn't always what it appears to be. You can pass right through it. Truly? It never had that property in my time. Nakura is just having a little fun, I think. What we mean is, Electrope can project a false appearance. Yeah, I was just messing with her. That's what I meant. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Ta-da! Another door! I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the proto lab. Then I'll take the deutero lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. I will take Deutero Lab duty then. We can keep in touch via communicator to match our timing. Nakura, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wuklamat and Kryl through the process. You know, there was that display plate over there. The one with the gems? I thought since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. Yes, let's take another look. This time, let's open the locker. The door to the locker swings open easily. Oh my god. It contains nothing of note. You quietly shut the locker door. 2 jewels are embedded in this electro plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire and the red gem as a garnet. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill. Ulja, you see any jewels? I kept searching the drawers with the books and found a cube puzzle made of electrope. It's probably just a toy, but maybe... Let's solve the puzzle. You got it. Or you do it and I'll just stand here and watch. Let's see, if I move this bit, then connect this circuit to that one. There. Huh? There was something inside. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandrite. They say these gems were so treasured in the past that they named the kingdom after them. Here, you should hold on to this one, just in case. Thanks, Galulja. You are good help. Good helper, buddy. Let's go put that jewel in the slot. Yep. Let's put the Alexandrite in there. Whoa, baby! The gemstone fits snugly into place. Almost immediately afterwards, the glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. It's a floor plan of this complex. It looks the same. As you continue studying the display, you realize that these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which you now stand. This may be related to the passwords you were looking for. Let's look at the sapphire. This slot contains a sapphire. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the protolab. Okay. Star slot. This slot contains a garnet. That's the Deutero lab. The Alexandrite is here. That is the director's office. This phrase, the glowing words appear to be handwritten. Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Heat the stones? This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's an old belief, I think, where each type of gem means something different. I'll bet if you ask Sphene, she could tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone. Yes, if you have questions, you need only ask. The symbolism of Alexandrite. Well, I was taught that Alexandrite represents the concept of protection. It is, incidentally, also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, are you thinking this has something to do with the passwords? Yes. A sapphire and garnet as well, you say? Garnet. Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandrite, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words at the terminals and see if they're accepted. I certainly hope we're right. Alright, so I already forgot what she said they were. One more time to be sure. Alexandrite, green is protection. Sapphire, blue is honesty. And garnet, red is devotion. Green protection, blue honesty, red devotion. We've gathered enough information to start taking passwords. We're all set to go here. Wuk-Lamat and Kryl are just waiting on their passwords. Let's start with Wuk-Lamat in the Proto Lab. What should she enter? There's honesty. And the password for Kryl in the Deutero Lab, protection. And lastly, what will we input for the director's office? Devotion. Right. We have all three passwords ready. Now to enter them into the system at the same time. It's returning an error. I believe your deductions were sound based on the information available, but perhaps we chose the wrong passwords or jumbled the order. Let me run a diagnostic and identify where the problem is. Deutero Lab, error. Director's office, error. Well, there we have it. Shall we try again? Honesty. Kryl's down at the bottom. That's the one that's devotion. And then here in the office is protection. Okay. Let's try again. We got it. Ding. Yes. Oh, I'm so glad that worked. That secure room is the only place we've yet to search. If the data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wuk-Lamat and Kryl rejoin us. Top floor. Some big TVs. And a laptop.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
Gotta be.
It is.
Oh, my head.
But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
Hello.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal aether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
They're in the computer.
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Inside Electrope somewhere? In a world formed of data? That one.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
We have?
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the endless fiend's memories?
Oh, yeah.
It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did.
Guess we missed one.
And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Sphene's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect a sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
But...
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited living memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
Nope, guess not.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Well, he's right to be tracking me.
Time's up. And what a waste of time it's been.
Oh, he's just been watching us the whole time. Okay, cool.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you. Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into endless.
You shouldn't be invited to this.
Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
The wise choice is not to invite the strongest guy in the
Answer
universe
me
to your
one
front
question,
door.
Calyx. The Endless Sphene. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
He fucked up.
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
Hey, she got to him a little bit there.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
You'll go punch him in the face.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
I'm with you. Let's plan our next move. He's wrong if he thinks he's taking our measure. He doesn't know who he's fucking with. Sphene, you okay? Oh, she's crying. Oh, Sphene, it's okay.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
We got your back, Sphene. We got your back. We're back in the back. Wait, no, no. Oh, no, it's back outside. Phew. Well, that was an adventure. It may not have been by the method Shale was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed. While I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key, that is an investigation for another day. Then let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal, then that is where we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become, but most importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. It has always been your fight as much as ours, if not more. Of course, but no reckless heroics. If things take a grim turn, I'll keep you safe. It's always been your fight. Thank you for understanding what this means to me. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. It hardly needs saying, but your fellow scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. Yay! So adamant were Alice and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. Let's go! All my buddies are coming! I'll keep patrolling the streets for sign of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room. I'm gonna go take a nap. I'm tired. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. That's right. Oh, Nakura. Ryle and I think that we should talk to Gosan before we leave for living memory. Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gosan will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is a wrong thing to do.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will, paradoxically, make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us for a start.
Who's that? Oh.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down.
we came together and thought about how we could help.
Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion. I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
You know, take that shit right off. Boop. There you go. Crush it.
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them. Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Bro, you don't just out her like that. What's wrong with you?
Indeed it is.
It's like, hey guys, I'm Sphene. Oops.
No, that wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Calm down, Sphene.
It's okay.
Amity, you used her name.
Cat bet. Oops. Secret's out. They all knew already anyway.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are, that must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
What's up, Sphene?
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Everyone was so warm and welcoming. Alexandrians are, as ever, a stalwart people. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gosan. That decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. The final push came from Alexandria's citizens and their bravery in taking the first step towards change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that neo-regulator away where no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I should be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart, or are otherwise hesitant to register. Ah, that does sound like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point in delaying the inevitable. On to living memory! Erinville!
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
That little keychain on his backpack. Oh, Kakiwa. Speak to Bay. Oh shit, everybody's here. Well, not Thancred or Yonjay or Estinian, but, you know, these bits of the Scions are here. Ah, 'tis good to see our comrades hale and girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There were no changes of note, aside from with the mesoterminal itself. Why? What's happened to the mesoterminal? The wall has receded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrode. All to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair. I believe everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We wouldn't wish to keep our insistent host waiting. Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. On awakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. I was so frightened at first. I couldn't recognize a single thing and thought everything I loved had gone to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that, I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia and their royal knights who lay their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self, who so loves this kingdom of ours. And I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more. Now it's time to kick some ass. So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. Together we stand, together we fight. We will rise to the challenge that the endless Sphene could not. Together. You have my gratitude. And surely Otis and Zelenia will join us in spirit. Let's head inside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal awaits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climb and destroy it once and for all. Aye, we must bring matters to a definitive end. We'll not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm, nor claim the key. The Queen entrusted it to Nakura for good reason, and besides, 'twould be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. Damn, remember his face here. Apparently, Calyx thinks he's taken your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. Let's fucking go! I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution. That he would be so bold as to extend us an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparations. Come, friends, we set forth into the midst of dreaming endless. Let's go! Whoosh. I want to see what Sphene can do. I'm very interested in her abilities.
Ah, you've come. I'll begin by wearing you down.
Oh, you think so? Go get him, Grahatia. Be a good tank. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. What is preservation's purpose? The answer to that question is simple. To ensure the survival of mankind. In a world set by the lightning aspect and imbalance, this means securing a place where people may live in safety, as well as establishing a treatment for the weapons sickness which plagues us. Many approaches were considered, but in the end, it was a child, a youth of undeniable genius, who discovered the most brilliant and complete solution to all the challenges we now face. Yeah.
I've created new endless for you. Not all the warriors, but they will follow through. Kill and survive and so forth. Here, I shall prepare the stage.
Whoa. Crazy. Alright, first boss. Let's do it. Chirurgeon General.
One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Well, let's go. Ah. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, just made it. I saw what was happening. Everyone's getting in the middle, so I think I will too. Oh my god. I am really confused right now. No, 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 no. Don't know. I'm sorry, I'm very much focusing.
You'll not escape this!
Alright, made it to the first one.
Oh, you've overburdened the system. No matter. It served its purpose.
Whoa, that's crazy. Another data station. Let's read. According to Master Calyx, it is not the body which provides life to a living being, but the soul. Furthermore, it is the memories etched upon that ephemeral giver of existence which encapsulate one's true self. Based upon these principles, he has proposed a methodology for preserving souls using electrope technology. As souls are composed entirely of ether, he asserts that storage via contemporary means should be eminently possible. Experiments conducted on criminal subjects and volunteers have, in fact, already proven successful in capturing the ether released at the moment of death. Mankind as we know it has taken a great leap forward. Wow.
Next, we visit a prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Oh, so they like fighting, huh? Good thing I do too. Gaha, go get him. Get him! Oh, okay.
These are loyal executioners. They shall deal appropriately with criminals.
Interesting. Okay, well, it's an AoE battle, so let's friggin' do it. Go get him.
Your sentence is death.
Oh.
How long can you defy it?
Okay, interesting. I think we can only do the ones that we are focused on. Okay, Sphene, use the friggin' limit break.
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
Nothing I can really do about that. What just happened? I just died from something. What the hell? I did not get hit by, like, more than one fucking thing. That's ridiculous. Alphino, you gotta heal me, pal! There's an ad there that I did not see this whole fucking time. I'm not burning anymore. Alphino. Help. Oh, I got mine. Alright, we finally did it. Because I was missing that ad. I didn't see it.
Good. I bid you continue on.
Let me read the data. We have succeeded in transferring a soul stored within a specialized electrope device into a mechanical soldier, resulting in full control and function. No longer need we fear the erosion which lightning energies inflict upon flesh and blood bodies. Yet despite this crucial breakthrough, Master Calyx remains unsatisfied. He would divorce memory from soul, siphoning the soul's ether reserves while granting eternal life to the individual's memories. Unfettered to a soul, memories can not only be stored, but also backed up as data, the endless, we beings of pure information. His foreshortened lifespan was, perhaps, the very perspective needed to conceive of such a unique evolutionary path. Nah, he's just crazy.
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well. The enemy is at the gate. To arms, good soldiers. Protect your kingdom.
You guys got him. Alright. Boss time. Oh, it's a door.
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one. Recall the anguish you felt when you faced death, and rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Whoosh. Memory meld. That's crazy.
Rise and meet the foe before you.
Go get him, Graha.
An amalgam of memories. Just see how it fares. It is the midst of the storm, sir.
I can't tell what's happening here.
Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict.
Oh shit.
Bombs rain down without pause or mercy.
Ow, fucker.
Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
He's done. This one was easy. Whoa.
Sphene?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calyx's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calyx, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Well, that's got to be it then. Oh, hey.
Calyx!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Oh, you just want to fight? Let's go.
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask, why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do.
Just doing it because he can.
What other reason do I require?
He doesn't even have a motive. He's
Surely
just...
you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Tell him, Sphene.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
Entity?
A summoning.
Oh shit, he's summoning a primal. Oh boy.
What now? What was that?
Yeah, what was that?
No, something else. I feel so cold. So weak.
Looks like the Endsinger.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking
Despair?
hold. The
No.
fear of death. Terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
I got it! I got one! 4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register. Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
This shit is nuts.
Oh, give it back!
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want?
Oh boy.
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold. Make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
Yeah, they're summoning a primal.
What in the...
Yeah, that's tempering if I've ever seen it.
What's going on?
Some crazy shit going on. That's what's going on. Oh, shit. Well, it's not the first time we've been in a dark void.
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
What is that?
I think I know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. It's fucking Necron from Final Fantasy IX. Oh shit. Oh my god.
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques? Keep these close.
Yep, anti-tempering devices. Yep. Yep. No one getting tempered here today.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
Jesus, look at that.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
That's all I do. I mean to win. The key will never be yours. You have much to answer for. Twirling that pen.
Assuming you win, the defeated ask no questions.
Jesus Christ. That's so fucking cool. Especially because we just finished playing FF9. The Ageless Necropolis. Bro. Yep, you can take this trial on with NPCs. Let's go! Yep, there he is. Sick design. Good shit.
Those who obstruct evolution shall suffer the rotting fate of all flesh.
Let's go! Well, it looks like Wukalat is main tanking. Let's hit it!
You are bound by the limits of flesh. It will betray you.
Oh, I shouldn't keep standing there. Ow! Oh, Jesus. Memento Mori?
We mustn't hold back. Do you not see? Death is upon you. Fear compounds fear, eroding your strength.
Grand Cross? Oh, fuck. I'm not moving. I'm so confused. They all stay right here.
I will reduce you to ether. You will die for me now.
Nah, it's okay. Oh, this is something I'm supposed to be killing, isn't there? Oh, shit.
Accepting death is the greatest sin a life can commit. The endless darkness engulfs you.
I have dealt with endless darkness already, sir. You didn't fight Emmett Selk. I fucking did. Oh, shit. I'm getting doomed over here. Oh, shit. Shoo, that was close.
Still alive. But there are ways to change that.
damn it. Did that just start the whole fight over? It totally fucking just did, didn't it? No, I just got doomed into it again.
Those who do not resist death deserve it.
I'm coming, let's go. Bro, that's not right.
Kill them.
Let's not let me die at the end of a fight. That's the wrong button as usual.
There.
Alright, he's done. Fuck your primal. You ain't met me, the primal killer.
Is it over?
Now, the memory bank.
Get it. Blow it up. I'm a mage too. I can shoot fireball. There's a shield. Son of a bitch, of course.
It's shielded.
I invited you to destroy it. I did not say I would let you. It is clear your strength cannot be gauged by ordinary means. But I anticipated as much.
What does that mean? Bro, you can't just summon that shit again, are you kidding? That's cheating, dude. Come on, you got beat. Give it up.
What did you do to it?
The ignorance is almost laughable. You do not understand that you yourselves are to blame. You brought death to my creation. What do you suppose happens when a being manifested by the fear of dying experiences that terror firsthand? It grows stronger.
I feel it again. That same weakness.
It will rise again and again until the lightning which infuses this entire world has been drained to its last spark. You fight a losing battle.
God damn you.
I'm still standing, bitch.
Harnessed in this manner, does it not demonstrate just how powerful mankind's aversion to death truly is? You will not prevail against this foe. I, meanwhile, will continue my crusade against mortality. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. That is the promise I offer.
long as our memories endure. This is wrong, Calyx. You twist the meaning of those words. They are not meant to teach the living that physical death is nothing to fear. They are meant to offer comfort to those we leave behind. I know that litany all too well. I heard it time and time again over the course of the war. Help me, Shale. I must speak to Alexandria. Make my voice heard.
Give my voice to everyone. Raise your hands for the spirit bomb.
Nahe, don't you recognize me? Nahe!
What's happening? What's wrong with them?
They're tempered. They're enthralled.
What will become of us?
Fellow Alexandrians, please, heed my words.
What now? Another broadcast?
I know that voice.
Death can be frightening and terrible. I understand the desire to forget, to seek eternal life and be freed from fear. Yet, we live in this world in the here and now, the bearers of memories varied and rich. Our worries can weigh heavy, and there may be nights when the darkness feels like more than we can bear. But if we can endure those dark hours, the world will always brighten come the dawn.
The Dawntrail.
And in the chill of that new morning, will the memories of loved ones be there to warm us and carry us forward? So do not forget their passing. Let them be our courage. Fear not a life well lived. For one day, the memories we leave behind will be the warmth another needs when their morning finds them.
What is this reaction?
It's called losing, bitch. Oh shit.
An irregular factor in the equation. Eliminate her.
No. Nope. Hoopalot's gonna stop it. Or I'm gonna stop it. Fuck yeah.
No, you don't!
Memories cannot be duplicated, but they can be transferred.
Blow it up again. Let's go. Get him, Bay.
Leave the primal to us. Hurry and take care of that memory bank.
Go get him, Wuklamot. This one's on you. Bust through that shield. This is a motionless ass. Get scared. You're gonna die. Yep, there's a bit of fear there. She's really going at it.
Gave her my word! I promised I would protect her people!
And we will protect them! Together!
Let's fucking go! Power of friendship! Look at that shit! That's what I'm talking about. Yeah! Go smash it! Hurry up! Go, Alice A! Yeah, get him, girl! Now take a step back.
The others.
Okay. Her hands are fucked. She ain't swinging that axe again. I got this. Come here! Ah! Bro, what move is that? Why is that not on my rotation? Time's up. I want that move. And he's gone. Deleted. Bruh. Heal her up, guys.
Careful. You're badly hurt. You'd be lucky if you only broke a bone or two.
Good job, Alfie.
It won't be long until your fever rises. We need to see you back to Tuliolo and into the care of a chirurgeon.
Oh, endless Sphene.
I kept my promise.
Thank you, Lamati.
Oh. She has yet to regain consciousness, but worry not, Lamati will be fine. I've been in touch with Valkona, and he has made arrangements to convey her home. by which he means to come and fetch Lamity himself, apparently. Given the extent of her injuries and exertions, she'll likely spend many days abed. Oh, Wuklamat. You can't help yourself, can you? Like a certain someone. That said, we couldn't have done it without you. And once she had the barrier down, you saw to it that Calyx's stored memories were destroyed along with the memory bank. Which means preservation is no more, I pray. No longer will Calyx dictate the course of our people. No longer will our grief be locked away or forgotten. The freedom to feel joy and sadness, to feel all that we are meant to experience, is in the hands of Alexandrians once more. I can never thank you enough. It's alright. When we are rested and ready, we shall have to conduct a thorough investigation into how Calyx came to know that summoning ritual. Aye, for where there are primals, the Asians are near far. Asians, let's go! And we must consider that those who offered up prayers during the summoning may very well have fallen under the entity's sway. I shall wait here with our patient until Valcona arrives. Feel free to go on ahead and attend to Alexandria's needs in the meantime. Yes, we should get going. I'll contact Shale en route and ask for an update on the situation in the city. Nakura. Oh, thank the stars you're safe. I heard the reports, of course, but there's no substitute for actually seeing it. Welcome back. We have so much to thank you for. Now that everyone's back, I say we pause a moment to savor what we've accomplished. We've been through much in these past days, haven't we? That's an understatement. We've seen the end of a years-long struggle, for Oblivion and for myself. Kakiwa and Geode would be happy for us. Oddly enough, fulfilling our promise has somehow left me with even more work to do. The government has tasked me with conducting a more complete survey of the containment complex. Hey, you got work to do, lady. No one better suited for the job. Ah, the preservation facility. That lab where they study the keys certainly demands further investigation. I can understand how those experiments may have led to the discovery of reflections, yet they fail to explain Calyx's knowledge of primal summoning. We gotta figure that out. I fear that he and his hunger for interdimensional travel were only one facet of a greater puzzle. There is still someone or something out there that may pose a threat to us. Yeah, that's what 8.0 is going to be. In any case, I think it prudent that we secure ourselves a spot in Shale's next expedition to the 10th level. Right, I have a meeting with city officials to attend. 'Twould be cruel to leave Raha to answer their barrage of questions alone. Bye, Cryo! I should return to my work as well. My first job will be to analyze the data we pulled from Containment Complex 1029 and locate other facilities of interest. I can only hope the information we uncover will serve Alexandria and the future we want to build. Whatever we end up finding, however, it's likely to take some weeks to put the city back into rights. All these ambitious plans aside, I think you've earned a rest, don't you? Our break room is yours to bunk in for as long as you like. Say the word and I'll help you settle in. Oh, she wants to bunk up. Okay, Shale. Several weeks later. Woo, baby, time skip. Raha's passed out. They got a lot of...
What an absurdly long report. Even working together, it took us an age to finish.
Well, to be fair, it was a rather absurd series of events.
Damn right it was.
The mystery behind Grandfather's letter took us further than we could have ever imagined.
Truly.
It feels like a lifetime ago that it all began.
For real.
Right then, one last bit of proofreading.
Oh, the scholars.
Where was I? Ah, yes.
Raha, you misspelled this word.
The chaos which had gripped the kingdom of Alexandria was slowly but surely giving way to order once more. The thorough investigation conducted by Oblivion was one of the primary factors contributing to this recovery. Its members uncovered multiple preservation research facilities, allowing for a comprehensive study of regulator design and function. Thus have we come to understand that memories pertaining to the deceased were not erased from the minds of the living, but in truth, merely locked away.
Oh shit, everybody gets to remember everyone now.
Permanent gaps in one's memory were to be avoided, as inconsistencies would arise during endless conversion and cause instability. When the time came, restoring these buried memories would be a simple matter of transmitting a signal from the Meso terminal. Acting on this discovery, the Alexandrian government announced plans for a memory restoration initiative, open to willing participants. This reignited the discussion surrounding mortality, as people continued to debate how best to face the inevitability of death. No matter the answer at which they arrive, it is certain to herald a major shift in the nation's philosophy.
Sphene seems to want to know about us. Bye, babe.
Yes, that matches my understanding of events. Excellent work, Raha.
Go get a burger, buddy.
I'm glad it serves. Shall we make our way over then?
He deserves a taco or a burger or something.
Ahead of the memory restoration, officials requested the assistance of those familiar with the processes involved. So it was that our party and Sphene, who had eagerly volunteered, accepted the task of escorting the city's representative to living memory.
Before you go, we just wanted to say that we haven't made this decision lightly. No matter how frightening or painful they may be, we need to face our memories. Not only to honor those who are gone, but to make whole those who are still here. So no second thoughts. We'll be waiting.
If anything tries to harm you, you knock it flat. Come back safely, our Sphene from another time.
Yes! Be safe! I'll see you soon!
So sweet of you, but you needn't worry. I'm in very good company. Thank you all for your well wishes.
Bakul Jaja and Kona.
You'll soon be on your way to Yoctel, then?
Yes, we've just come from making arrangements with the dirigible master. Preparations for the flight are still underway, so I'm doing a little sightseeing. My gratitude to the Landsguard for providing us with the permits we need to visit the Skydeep Cenotaph.
Of course. We'd hardly refuse a direct request from the Vow of Reason. Our vigilant comrades at the gate will see you safely through.
Where's Wuklamat?
Wuklamat isn't here, of course. She is still convalescing, I take it.
Indeed. She's presently confined to bed and permitted no visitors. Weakened as she is, we cannot be too careful.
She about to jump out the friggin' balcony.
I can scarcely sleep at night for the worry.
Oh my. Please,
He's
forgive
joking.
me.
She's fine.
I hadn't realized her condition was so serious. I pray she makes a full recovery soon.
He's messing with her. Eh. Hey, it's the Pelu Pelu.
Greetings. What a rare
Mablu.
pleasure this is. Is something wrong? Your friend looks like she had some bad news.
She wanted to visit the Vow of Resolve. And there's little reason she couldn't have.
Is there something you wish to say?
Uh-oh.
I see. I'm glad there's nothing terrible afoot.
Why did we tell Sphene that she can't see Wuklamat? What the fuck?
And yet, where there's a need... Sorry, I just remembered a pressing errand. Let's talk again soon.
Okay.
The Alexandrians, I understand, have teachings similar to that of the Yokui. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. My father's last words. I've long considered their meaning. The living can find strength in the memories of those we've lost. They can help us rise to meet our trials in the present. That was certainly true of myself. So I have faith that the people of Alexandria too will be stronger for their grief.
It may be as you say. If we did not remember our lost siblings, we would not be where we are now. Or be who we've become.
Yeah, you guys definitely got better.
We all have memories like that, I bet.
We got a lot of people who we lost. Harshafont, Emmett, the Sail.
Well, we made it. The journey was so smooth as to be almost disappointing.
I can only agree. Especially after our first visit felt so fraught with danger.
It's the curse of experience, my friends. Before we know it, the extraordinary becomes everyday. Life is an accumulation of such things, both the happy times and the sad.
Right. Let's go over Shale's instructions on performing the memory restoration. The first step is to reactivate all the terminals at the same time. This will supply the ether necessary to operate the equipment, without creating any new endless, of course. Once things are up and running, we use the meso terminal to transmit the signal and unlock the sealed memories. There are 5 terminals in total. Might you lend us a hand with one, Sphene?
Yes, I can do that.
Not to butt in, but would you mind letting me take it?
Hey. What are you doing here?
Lamichi!
Should you be up and about?
I'm fine. My worrywart of a brother exaggerates. Mablu came by to fill me in on your plans. After that, I couldn't stand being cooped up a moment longer, so she helped me sneak out of the palace.
I'm so glad to see you're well.
Oh.
Sorry Kona made you think I was at death's door. I was keeping up with reports and know what's been happening in Alexandria. I made the decision to erase the Endless, and bore witness to their final moments. And though it's only a tiny fragment, their hopes live on in me. I feel responsible for making sure that they're remembered, that their legacy is passed on. So please, let me help with sending the signal.
You've made a convincing case, but do take it slowly. The way is not without its perils.
I'll be careful. Thanks.
Very well then. I leave these tasks in your capable hands.
Let's go turn the computers back on, I guess. Yeah, this would definitely be the one Kryl would turn on. It's the one her parents were attached to. And Arendville's definitely doing this one. Yep, that's the one Kakiwa was attached to.
All right, everyone. Begin.
The city's gonna... Living Memory's gonna look nice again. It's not gonna look like a dead-ass town. Yay! It's pretty again. Wow.
Was the sight we saw no more than a trick of the light?
No. Oh.
Or was it a gift? The terminal's parting miracle? But those days are gone. We chose to move forward. We hold fast to our memories of sorrow and of grief. That we might live full in the present ere the time of departure comes.
Let's go home. To our beloved Alexandria.
Everyone's remembering all their loved ones.
Mother, you protected me. I remember now. In soft golden light, the memories of the lost returned. There to be clutched tight by loved ones, never again to be surrendered.
I am humbled by all you have done in service to our nation. On behalf of its people, I offer our most heartfelt gratitude.
We were only too happy to help. There are still problems left to solve, of course, but you've taken an important step forward.
We have. It's as if we were frozen in time, but now the ice has begun to thaw. Alexandria will thrive again. Mark my words.
What will you do now, Sphene?
Ah, yes. Well, that will depend on Gossen. With your permission, I wish to continue living in Alexandria.
I guess she's not going to join the Scions then.
Those dear to me laid down their lives for this nation in bygone days, and I fought alongside new comrades to defend it. I would continue serving it if you'd let me. So please, accept me as one of your citizens.
That will not do.
I see. I suppose my presence would cause too much confusion.
It's like, nah, you gotta be the queen.
Now hold on a moment. You have to reconsider. I'll vouch for her myself.
Oh dear, do forgive me. I've caused a misunderstanding. What I meant to say is, it will not do for you to be an ordinary citizen. The people have been most insistent that you take your rightful place as queen.
As queen?
When despair held us in its thrall, it was your voice, your words, which led us to salvation. We would not ask that you perform the same duties as our previous ruler. The structure of both government and nation is to be re-examined and revised such that the burden doesn't fall upon you alone. If that is acceptable, we implore you, please live among us and lend us your gentle guidance. The Alexandrian monarchs of old cared for us and fought for us, and you stand proud among them.
But I... Oh, what of Galuja? You have him, don't you?
Alexandria has 2 thrones to fill now. What one ruler might struggle with, the 2 of you can accomplish together. Galuja's still young though, so don't expect too much of him just yet.
Your Majesty, you already know what to do. Voices of the past will be your guide.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Hey.
For centuries, my other self bore this tiara, and with it the hopes and dreams of Alexandrians. I will not let them go unanswered. I will heed the wishes of the people. With peace and prosperity for Alexandria as my foremost purpose, I accept the role of Queen of Reason.
It's not an easy road, but we'll walk it side by side. That way, neither of us gets lost.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Your Majesty, thank you for your kind encouragement, Nikura. Uklamat is right. Ours will not be an easy road. But with your words to lend me strength, I shall take it one step at a time. And Tuliola will be there to support you. Speaking of which, I should be getting back to the palace. I'll make my next visit an official one. No sneaking out under Kona's nose like this time. The vows of resolve and reason will both come, and we can discuss our futures together. I look forward to it. Shall we begin the journey home then? I expect some confusion among the citizens with restored memories, and I will be present to offer them aid. Nikura, you're here. We were just discussing what is to be done after the coronation ceremony. Our heretofore isolated kingdom must join its peers on the world stage. The fact that Alexandria is, or was, a nation of the Ninth will be cause of some consternation. It may smooth introductions were the Scions to provide an example for its arrival in the source. Or explanation, not example. Rest assured, Sphene, Aetheris' leaders are well accustomed to hearing Alphino report on fantastical events. Once again, I am in your debt. I dread to imagine what might have come to pass had you never come to our aid. Ah, I had other news. Those who participated in the memory restoration have expressed the desire to hold a funerary service. Rather than suppress their grief, they would embrace it, creating in their hearts a place for gentle remembrance. We have yet to hammer out the details, but I was thinking we might host this service on the highest level of Everkeep. Ever since my time, we have believed that the departed continue their journey beyond the clouds. That's a lovely idea. Seems very fitting for Alexandria. You'll invite our friends from Tuliolal, won't you? I'm glad you agree. Some have yet to receive their requested memories, however, so we shall wait until the initial wave of restorations is complete before proceeding. After so long distancing themselves from the realities of death, the Alexandrians are to be commended for their courage. Yes, 'tis a tremendously brave thing they're doing. Perhaps our hearts can never capture a memory as perfectly as data in a file. But what precious recollections we do keep will guide and sustain us as we fulfill the promise of tomorrow. She said the name of the patch! You've busy days ahead of you, Your Majesty. Oblivion stands ready to pitch in as needed. Oh, and what of my investigations, Shale? I hope you've left some time in your schedule for me. Don't worry, babe. I've got all the time for you. Oh, shit. Don't mess with Stola. Do you recall my first tour of the city after I awoke? It was all so strange and frightening, but I've only grown more at home here ever since. That I now feel a part of this new Alexandria is in large part thanks to your patient guidance. Well, I do what I can. And so here I will remain. Should you ever have need of my aid with anything at all, pray do not hesitate to ask. Thanks, Sphene. Some few of us will stay here a while, as it happens. We've made several interesting breakthroughs, and have no shortage of mysteries into which we would delve. Then be welcomed as honored guests for as long as you like. You are, and always will be, my cherished comrades. Yay, everybody's a friend. Let's discuss the key and interdimensional travel. Oh. What's that? Oh, fuck, he's still around. You bastard. Who's he been working with? Let's find out. Ooh, sweaty.
This is absurd. I have neither heart nor lungs.
And yet, you're a sweaty mess, boy. Can't believe he's still around. Son of a bitch.
I was overconfident. Prudent course would have been to wait until I'd calculated an insurmountable advantage. A rash decision. One perhaps influenced by the others and their developments.
Huh?
But no matter. Learn from this setback, and next time...
Next time? Ooh, he's getting angry now.
Next time? How much time and effort did I pour into this master plan? I had it. I had it. At long last, I was to open a new path. Those imbeciles and their damnable heroics.
There's an Asgard!
Detected the stench of failure already, have you? Such a keen sense of smell. Yes, I will give my report, as is protocol. Be sure our Winterer peers are apprised of the details.
Winterer? What is that? Oh, that's all we're gonna get. If none shall know eternity, what waits for those who hold the key? I don't know, but it's me. I hold it. Alright, that's where we're going to be ending this video. That is the ultimate finale of the Dawntrail story. Anything further from here is going to be leading us into 8.0, the next expansion, which we don't have a title for yet, and we don't have a date for yet, but, you know, I'll be playing it once it comes out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, hit the subscribe button for more content like this in the future, and be sure to go follow me over on Twitch for more Final Fantasy XIV content, as well as all kinds of other games and fun things. I will see y'all in the next one. Till then, peace out.